Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. This is Trav with Trading Lifestyles. Again, if you enjoy my content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an update. I do want to kind of start off with a brief review of today. I did see in the later part of the morning, right literally when I got off, we did have some some tanking happen, or some falling of the markets. By the time I looked up after I started recording, and by the time I put up the video, that's when the market started to fall. It is what it is. I didn't lose any money, right? If you guys caught that downside, good. If you didn't, don't worry. But what I am wanted to do with you guys tonight, what I am going to cover, is a shift in the market. All right, I'm going to explain that to you as we move forward. I'll probably start here with the NQ, only because it's happening on all of them, but I like to start with the first one, NQ, as always, kind of work my way down. Now, this is going to be a common theme tonight. Now, I'm starting on the 4-hour here, all right? Whenever you have, right, a push like this, right, you see how this trend, right, is trending up. All right, what ultimately happens after a trend no longer respects it, there's what you call a break in structure, okay? Where there's a high that happens, right? And there should be a higher high. When there's a lower high and then a break from that last previous low, like how you have here, a break of this, or a break of the last previous high. Let me explain that again. So you got higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, right? And it never came out to a lower high. It kind of fell right back under that high. That is a break of structure. You can literally see it. It's a break of structure, right? It was pushing up, respect it, push it up, respect it, and then just broke down. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called a break of structure. Now, what that means is potentially this market is looking to reverse. Now, this is on a 4-hour, so this is a pretty high time frame. Overall market is still going high, but this is setting up for a break in structure. All right, so I'm looking for sales at this point. Now, if they come in, good. If they don't, understand, this could be a pullback. You get what I'm saying? We're at a very crucial point right now in this area. Me personally, once I see confirmation that pushes down, that we're going to actually have follow through to the downside, I would definitely get in. All right. Now again, that's what I'm saying. We have to see that confirmation. Us as traders, we cannot just jump the gun. That is a good way to lose your money. Wait for confirmation. Never be the first Indian over the hill. Be like the 40th one, right? Wait for confirmation. Once you get confirmation, then jump on board. Right now, we're kind of still in that la-la state, I guess. Or the market's not really showing you that it wants to follow through just yet, okay? We got basically a breakdown and then a retest. Let me explain to you or show you a little bit closer what that looks like on a lower time frame. So, this was pushing higher, right? It was pushing high. The last lows were here, right before this new high. Nothing else came from this high. There was never anything higher, right? It was just this last low. This last low got broken right here. That lets me know it's just break of structure at this point, right? You had a high, lower high. You had a high, lower high. You had a high, lower high. It wanted to break down and retested this level, ultimately pushed through. Now, when you have a push through, this was the last high, this was the last low of that high, right? And this is on a 1-hour. So once the 1-hour breaks and a 4-hour breaks, all you're looking for is just confirmation that this thing wants to flush all the way, probably come back down here somewhere, probably to this area right here. If I had to take a guess, probably somewhere around here, more than likely. Remove this. But as of right now, this is what we're looking at, which is a breakdown of this level. Right, level was trying to hold, broke this level, right? So now, what are we looking for, right? We always cover this. We're looking for a break. right? We're looking for a retest here. All right, and then we will ultimately look for a move to the downside like this. This is what we're looking for. In this moment right now, we're at this pullback area of this zone. Now, to see if this area, if the market wants to continue to fall, we have to wait for confirmation right now. All right, do not jump the gun. Oh, it came back here, it has to fall. No, it does not. It can keep rocking up, man. The market is, you cannot control the market. You cannot guess where the market is going. That's a good way to lose. You have to wait and get confirmation. All right. Granted, it came back to the zone. Okay, good. What is it going to do at that zone? We don't know yet, right? Right now, this is all we have. We have a break and we have a test, right? That's all that we have. This thing, let me show you what could happen, all right? This thing can keep rocking high. Exactly. It could really turn into this, to be honest. And then what? Well, then what? Now you stuck. You're thinking that you got in here, right? And you're looking at it from a different perspective. Somebody else is looking at it and they see this, right? You're getting in too early. So versus that happening, let's wait, right? Let's wait. We don't know what's going to happen yet. Now, when I say confirmation, why it's up here in this zone? Why it's up here in this zone? I'm going to look for an opportunity. I'm going to look for an opportunity for this thing to fall. All right. I'm going to look for, if, depending on what the market gives me, is if this thing comes back down here, right? It's leaving here and it gives me a strong candle down to the downside. All right. I'm getting in. I'm getting in. I will get in. All right. And I will play off of these highs. That's probably what will ultimately happen. Right. Get in, play off of these highs, give myself a little bit of cushion, and wait for the rest of this follow through to come through. Right. It's part of trading, man. I'm taking the best scenario, right, with all the information, and I'm determining what's going to ultimately be worth me putting on some risk, right, based off the information that's given to me. That, to me, is a good opportunity. Now, if this thing comes back down here and it pulls against me, hey, it just pulled against me. But what I'm not going to do is jump the gun just because it touched this area and start buying in this area to the downside or to the upside. We don't know yet. Right now, you need 3 parts to a play. You're at the second part. Do not jump the gun. You got the first on this first leg, second leg, or the second portion. You're in a pullback stage. Let's wait and get confirmation. That's all I'm saying. Wait to get confirmation. Do not jump the gun early. All right. Do not jump the gun early. It could fall. This thing could fall out the bottom, or it could moon rocket, to the next high. All right. Let's wait and see. Okay. That's all I'm saying. That's NQ, right? So we're waiting right now at a crucial level of NQ. Right now we got the first two portions of a three portion symbol, right? We got the first 2. Let's see if this thing can give us the follow through. Then we'll jump in and catch some play to the downside. All right. But if you noticed, this is what I noticed, is that there is a change coming into the market right now. There is downside coming into the market, and it's very visible. Very, very visible, man. Very visible. With this, and I'll show you guys on another one here. I just want to finish up on NQ. This was your trend, all right? Respectfully, it came to a last high. This was the last lows. It never even came out to take out these next highs, which shows me weakness. This thing came back, bounced. It never took out these highs, and now it started to fail. And then not only did it fail, but it fell and broke through a support. This thing was supporting this up the whole time, and then it fell and fell through. So yeah, at this point, not only that, but it fell, it broke it. Now we're looking for a retest. I got a few confirmations. For one, break of structure. For 2, a fail of support. That's my second confluence, right? Third confluence. I'm just looking for some follow through. I see the retest, right? I see the breaker structure. I see the breakdown of support. Now I'm looking for, after that retest, I'm looking for some form of, I need a large candle. You see how this candle here looks, right? These two big green candles. I need something like that to step in. Boom, big red candle, right? I need a big red candle. If I can get a big red candle, we in there. Nope, without even thinking twice, I'm in there, right? So, that's what I see right now as far as that. I'm starting to see this thing shift a little bit, and we're going to ultimately start looking to the downside coming up here. All right, let's jump around now. All right, let's remove this. So far, so good. I do want to stop here and just say, if you could, please hit the like button. If you like my content, press the subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to be having recaps. We're going to have live. We're going to make some money together. My job is to help those in my community make money, right? Everybody could use an extra $1,000, extra $2,000, extra $3,000 per week. That's my goal, is to get everybody there in my community. All right. So if you on board with that, do me a solid, hit the like button, and then let's go ahead and get this money. Now moving on to ES. All right. ES, same concept. Let's start at the 4 hour. Man, I mean, it's given, man. It's showing its hand. All right. All you gotta do is just read like what the market is telling you. And that's what I'm here to help you do. Another concept. All right. So another chart here with the same concept. You got highs pushing, right? Highs and then drop, right? Got some more highs, dropped a little bit. Highs, dropped a little bit. Highs, drop. Never took out highs. Breaker structure right now. It's signaling breaker structure right now. It never took out these highs. This was the last high. It broke this high. This is actually a better setup. Let me show you. Broke these highs, right? Now it came back, right, with your break and retest. It never took out these highs. That means this was the last high. This was the last low. At this point, this thing it should, if it was respecting this, it would have came down here, right, halfway down. They would have pushed higher. So this line could still, so this trend can still be respected, right? This trend is no longer respected, right? You see this trend line? No longer respected. No longer respected, because it's respected. You see it trending, it's respected, it's respected, it's respected. Boom. It breaks down and then breaks under that trend. That means this trend is no longer respected. All right. How do you see it? Well, look at the last highs. This is an easy way to kind of tell. All right. Especially this is on a 4 hour. So this is really telling you, hint. We're looking to reverse this thing, right? If it's on a 4 hour, this thing is about to start tanking. Okay. I got highs coming in, right? It pulled back. It never retested. It never took the highs. It never took them out. All it did was literally fell on a push higher and then broke down under support. All right, it's literally telling you a story. All right, if you look at it, right, and you look to understand, it's literally telling you what it wants to do. It pushed higher. It came back. It gapped up. It filled this gap today with a large red candle. Large red candle. Not only did it break, but it broke to come back and retest. Right now, we're at the first two parts of this move, right? So you have a support line, broke the support, pushing back up for retest. And if everything works right, then we're looking at this right here. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. Break, retest, down. This is where we are right now for this particular move, right? We are at the retest right now. Last highs were here, so now we're instead of making higher highs, we're making lower highs. Break of structure, breakdown under support. You got a lot of, you got a lot of information telling you that this thing wants to tank right now. Okay, so I would be loading up. To be honest, I'll be loading up puts all day. Now, does that mean, hey, when the market opens tomorrow or right now, I can go ahead and start swinging puts? Don't do that. I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm simply telling you is, based off of the market right now, I can tell you that it's changing direction. All right. Now, we still need a confirmation. I need, to me, before I put any serious money down, I need to know that this is really something that the market wants to do. As you should look at that as well. Just don't be so willy-nilly excited to jump out in front of a moving van. Like, it's just wild that you would want to risk that, wait for this thing to show you the direction and then take advantage. It's that simple, man. Patience. You get what I'm saying? Patience. If there's anything that I learned throughout these years that I've been doing this thing, it's the market moves at the market's pace. You cannot push the market faster. Whatever you want to do, it does not matter what you want. It's the market. It will move at the market's pace. And I'm telling you, just words, of wisdom, patience, patience, patience. Right now, we have a break of structure, right? Puts in downside plays look really exciting right now. We do have a pullback, so it's looking like it's ready to load up to the downside. But it has not confirmed that yet. So please do not get in this thing early and think that you about to hit a home run. Don't be that person, man. Do not be that person. I'm telling you now, wait for confirmation. All right? Wait for confirmation. But I do see it coming. I do see that coming, right? Last lows you had was here. Same story. Last highs, came back, never took out the highs, and then broke support. Bingo. We're looking for downside play. We got a break of support, a retest of now we have a retest of that support that it just broke. We're looking for some downside play. Me personally, I'm looking at probably getting a strong entry candle. I need something that shows me that it wants to come down here. You know what I mean? I need a strong candle. All right, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for a big, strong candle. Pause. So, let's go ahead and keep this thing moving. But you get the concept, right? It's very simple. It's very simple. Wait, wait, and wait. All right, so we're coming down to the 1 hour now on ES. This is actually looking like a better setup, to be honest. We already got a break. We got the retest. It's retesting. It's holding. It's going to chop around here. Then I'm looking for a flush to the downside, right? That's what we're looking for. So that's what it is that I'm taking a look at. All right. Let's see if we can get some more information on the 15. All right. Yeah, same thing. So we're getting a break. We're getting a retest right now, and we're looking for some type of follow through on the second leg. So your first leg is here. You got your retest. We're looking for a follow through, right, of the second leg. Bone down, right? So again, I'm waiting for confirmation. I love the area that we're in. I like the fact that I can kind of see it happening, right? Once you're really getting good, you can really start to see these things happen in real time. Your eyes will just get adjusted to what the market wants to do, and that's what's happening here. All right, I'm just pointing it out to you guys until we all are on the same accord and we all can kind of get up to speed. I'm gonna try to help you guys out as best I can. All right, that's what I see here. That's what I would be looking for coming to the downside. Now, this thing could continue to rocket higher. It also could do that. That's why I said let's wait to get confirmation. Okay, don't jump the gun. Do not jump the gun. Let's wait for confirmation. All right, but it does look like it wants to come down to the downside. Let's wait for that confirmation. All right, last but not least, YM. This is really where I saw it tonight when I was redoing my lines here. You know, setting up my chart, and that's when I just noticed it. I'm like, man, this thing just really fell out the bottom, right? Because I had my chart up and I was setting up, and I just saw it. I mean, if you even look at the 21 EMA that I use, you can see it happen. It was respecting the trend, respecting the trend. Came to this last high. That high never got taken out. This was the last low, right? This area here. Not only did it break this low, but it broke the support that it was under as well. Came back down just to retest. Okay. Let's come down to the 1 hour. I can kind of explain it a little bit sharper there. All right. So you got a push up here. You get a okay. So you actually get what you call a head and shoulders. What it looks like, a head here, shoulder, shoulder. It's not as pretty, but it's definitely efficient. Because I can see the neckline getting broken right now. Yeah, retest here, and then a fall. So again, it's a lot of confirmation. So people can take this as a double high, right? Nonetheless, I'm seeing that there's a change coming, right? However you want to, you know, if you want to look at this as a head and shoulders. What a head and shoulders mean is this is a head right here, right? This high high, then this lower high and this lower high are the shoulders, right? This area here, up under this like triangle or you know, pyramid style of triangle, is the bottom of that is called the neckline. Okay, Google it. It'll give you basically a good setup of an idea of what a head and shoulders looks like. Okay, you also got double highs. These are all setups. These are all kind of patterns, trading patterns. All right. You know, you get your few out there that normally, you know, people like to take advantage of. You know, head and shoulders, double highs, double bottoms. You know, cup and handles. I mean, it's a few of them you kind of got to take a look at. If you know, some people use those things. Me personally, I just use my levels. I just know how to read the price action at those levels. But nonetheless, we are looking at a change of direction. So you got highs. It never took out the highs. These were the lows, right? It took down the lows that we previously had, and then it took out the support. Literally, this thing is pumping in itself, telling me that it wants to come down here. It wants to retest. All right, it wants to retest here, like how it's doing right now. All right, this area. All right, and then it's probably going to end up coming back down here. Again, that's the idea. Will it do that? We don't know yet, right? So let's not jump too quick. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick recap and let you know some things that I'm taking a look at, and also try to help those that's actually interested in making some money. Okay, so if you guys do have any questions, if you guys need any additional help, please put it in the comments. All right. Other than that, if you guys do like what you see, you know, and if you guys do enjoy the content, again, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, so that you never miss an update. Let me know if there's anything that you guys need help with. Other than that, peace, love, and good trading.